You know, if you've seen one Fresnel lens, you've seen them all. Have you ever heard that? Well, if you have, the guy that told you that was tripping. You know, in the last 3 or 4 years, I've cracked open quite a few of these big screen televisions. And what I can tell you, just from experience, is that they're not all the same. Today, I'm going to show you 6 different lenses that all came out of big screen televisions. And I'm going to show you how they differ in their light patterns and their capabilities. So, let's get on it. Some of them are what they call spot lens, which brings all the light down to one small point. And some of them are what they call linear lenses, which pretty much spread the light out a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to be using a piece of cedar here to demonstrate. I don't know if you can see the pattern on the ground, but some of them, like those two right there, that is lame. Those 2 lenses right there suck. Now they work good for cooking, but they don't. Well, let me show you. Let me just show you what's going on here. See if I can do this. Alright, you see that light pattern? How it's kind of, when we zoom down, this one's going to come right down to pretty much a point and start cooking. Instant fire. So that one's awesome. Now check this one out. That one's awesome. I'm going to show you that one last. This one here is kind of milky. Let's see what this one does. Now you see there, we got a problem, Houston. That sucks. That's a linear lens. You see how that light pattern on that board is a line right there? It's still hot right there, barely, not even smoking the wood yet. You see what I'm saying? So I mean, this lens would not be ideal for melting copper or glass. Great for cooking. Let me show you. Whoa, watch your hand. Whoa. Right there, I mean, that's hot. I mean, you put an oven right there, cast iron pan, it's just not a spot lens. It won't rock that hard. Look at this big dog here, 60-incher. Woohoo, kid, you got a score. Wrong. Let me show you why. You see that light pattern? See how lame that is? Look at that, right there. Okay, we've focused. How lame is that? I mean, you can't. I mean, this one won't even start fire. Big old monster 60, and it doesn't even start fire. Now it'll cook. You know what I mean? It'll cook. You put an oven up in there, up in this area here, and it'll cook. But definitely not your best lens. This one here, second from the right. Light pattern on the bottom, not bad. Let's have a look. Watch. You see how that zingo right there? How it's kind of like it's a line. I don't know if I'm getting it, but right there. See, I mean, it'll start fire, but it's not a spot lens. This one on the end here, it's not a spot lens either. But let me show you the light pattern. Okay, check it out. When we go back, zing, you see that line? And it's still, you know, it'll start fire. Not bad, but not a spot lens. Great for cooking. Like I said, you put an oven, you put your hand in close to the glass, and then as you back out slowly, right there. I mean, I can feel right there. If that were a glass bowl, and that's about the size of a Frisbee, that will cook awesome. Now, let me show you a spot lens. I saved this one for last. Look at this puppy right here. This one's gonna rock you. Watch this. Watch this. Bam! I mean, that's like Luke Skywalker lightsaber right there. Insta. Woohoo! That melts pennies in 20 seconds. You'll melt liquid. So this lens can do everything that the other ones can, but it concentrates all of that. Watch it. Whoa, whoa, bam! I mean, insta. I mean, you can draw with it. You know what I'm saying? Cut a hot dog in half instantly. See that action? Woohoo! See that pattern? We're cool, we're cool. Okay, whoa, whoa. Right, well, I mean, just wow. The size of a dime. And these all came out of big screen TVs. So the moral of the story is, you're not going to know what lens you've got until you break it out, put it in the sun and have a look. you might score, you might get a spot lens. But then again, you might end up with the Monster 60 that, you know, it's a great lens for cooking, for like the oven thing, the pot roast thing, the oven. But as far as, you know, like bouncing light under a skillet, that won't work. The light's way too, you know, not good. Anyway, that's the idea. So when you're out looking for lenses, hopefully you score on one of these Fresnel lenses, or these spot lenses. See how clear it is compared to the rest? Anyway, I hope this sums it up on exactly the idea of they're not all the same in these TVs, but they all work. They'll all concentrate light basically around the size of a Frisbee and heat an oven up. But if you had your choice, you want a spot lens. All right, guys, this is Fence Kid, over and out. Keep solar baking. Hey, what's shaking, YouTube? This is Fence Kid. Today I'm going to show you how to acquire a free Fresnel lens, and I'm also going to show you how I frame them in. So let's get on it. You can start by looking at your local newspaper. A lot of people advertise them for free because they're broken and it's simply too big to either throw in their garbage can or drive to the dump. They don't have a truck or whatnot. Heck, I've even seen them sitting on the side of the road as garbage. Bam! Just like that, found one. 2 big screen televisions. Neither of them work, of course. They're free if you go and get them, so we're gonna go pick them up. Check it. We're coming up on it now. Right up the road here. Dude said he'd have them out in front of his house waiting for me, so hopefully I can just pull up and shovel them into the back of the old truck. 7103, was that us? Right on. Yeah, that'll work for me, brother. Sure. Thank you. It's that simple, folks. In and out. 2 TVs, 2 lenses. Okay. Now that we've got our big screen televisions loaded up on the truck and at the house, let's start framing them in. Now, you see this part here? The first part that you touch, that's not what you're after. That's just a protective cover to keep the actual lens safe. So even if this is cracked, you're still good. Don't panic. It's just that front side, or that front piece that's broken. So let's start ripping it up. Oh, look at that. This one's Velcroed on. Simple enough. Okay? That's not your lens. Look at that. I get the idea. Back this thing up a bit. Know what I'm saying? Rip this off. Whoa, now don't get too crazy. You don't want to screw your lens up. You know what I'm saying? Rip this thing apart. I love this. This one's got a few screws in it we're going to have to remove, hence the drill. And there you have it. You see these screws? There it is. Notice the 2-piece. And there you have it. A brand new, perfect, never been touched Fresnel lens. Also, behind the just of it inside these projection TVs is a mirror. Well, you may as well take that out and keep it. Slide it on out. Gee, that's all fine and dandy, kid, but what do you do with the rest of it? Thrash them. And when I say thrash them, I mean thrash them. That's my kind of TV. Okay, now once you've got your lens popped out and ready to rock, just lay it down on the carpet, some flat surface. And then what I use is, this is just 1.5 by 1.5 inch wood, typical. You can find it anywhere. You don't have to use 1.5, you can use 2 by 2, 1 by 1, whatever works. This is going to go just like that. I've already got these pre-cut. I've already cut them to fit. And as you can see, these longer ones here, they overlap to screw into the rails, or the ones on the side. The ones on the side are as long as the glass or the lens, and the ones on the edge are going to overlap to be able to screw screws in here, just like that. I use 3-inch nails or screws to give me a nice overlap. You want it nice and sweet. Okay, now that we've got our lens or our frame framed up, before you go any farther than this, make sure that it fits before you go any farther. So I put the glass over here on this poker table. Give you a little better look here. Set it right over the glass. Check it out. And make sure that that fits. Yeah, you can see it fits pretty good. It's okay if it wobbles around in there a little bit, but if it's so tight that the glass is bowing, make some adjustments. You don't want that. That's why it's okay to cut these pieces just a little bit longer than the glass itself or the lens, because you want it to play around in there just a smidge. Sweet. Okay, for the next step, what we've got is some 3/4 inch by 3/4 inch cedar here. See, and what you're after here, what we're going to do is we're going to mount this board on the inside here flush, nice and smooth with this top edge right here. We're going to do that all the way around. Nice and smooth all the way, right flush. Simple, easy, all the way down, nice and sweet. There you go. Good. We're going from here to here, same idea. I've already got the wood cut and ready to rock. It's going to go just like this. Right on the inside there, flush with that top edge. Awesome. You've got the lip side down, okay? I'm going to take some of these extra pieces of this wood here and place it in the middle. I'm going to put my lens in it now, and I don't want the lens to sink. I want it to remain nice and level, so that's what these are all about. If that's not beautiful, I don't know what is. Look at that. Ooh. Little bit. That's perfect. 3 rods keep it from sinking. It's going to stay level just like that. Then I'm going to come in with some more wood and frame in this side. Look at that, how sweet that is. Same idea, all the way around. So it's this trim that's holding your lens in, okay? I'm going to come in just like this. End to end, just like the other side. Push it down. Frame this bad boy. Okay, once you've got this all framed in on both sides, you've got your lens that's framed in. Okay, now that we've got our lens completely framed in, it's time to drill the 2 pivot holes on the side for the legs. Now to drill your hole, measure the distance full length from the frame and come down halfway. The idea is right in here, halfway down, you're going to be able to put this bolt just like this on the inside. So you're going to put a hole right on the inside of this frame right here, out. So it's going to be offset if you come in from this side. So measure halfway down, put a mark, boom, just off the center. We're going to do that right now. Just measure the distance from edge to edge of your frame. In this case, mine's 47 inches, half of which is 23.5, and put a mark. Again, I've got my mark already. I eye it up, just off center, you know. See what I'm saying? Right off the side. I just missed that, nice and perfect. Now, we're going to take these 4.5-inch, half-inch screws, these carriage bolts, and from the inside of the frame, slide them through, push them in nice and tight. At the end of here goes the old butterfly. Okay. Now the legs I use, or what I use for legs, are pretty basic. You can't get any more basic than that. It's typical, the same stuff I use to build the frame, 1.5-inch by 1.5. Not too, you know, pretty fundamental. 2 screws that are just holding her up. 245s, basic Flintstone type outfit. And notice the hole. I've got it down maybe an inch and just off center. Woohoo, right? The hole, I like my hole up about 5 feet. Not a big deal. Depends where your cooking surface is at. So that's 1 leg. You'll need 2 of these. Simple. Okay, so that's pretty much the whole package right there. You've got the lens framed in on both sides with that sweet 3/4 inch trim, holding the lens in. These are just toe-nailed in from the end, framed around. Both sides have the 3/4 by 3/4. Once that's in, you've got your 2 screws, 1 on each side, 2 legs built for however high you want to be, and then you throw it together. Right, so basic idea, I just put mine up against a tree, unscrew the old butterfly, from the outside right over the bolt. Snug that up, but not too tight. We'll snug right up on that, that's ready to go. Same thing. And blam. Voila! A free Fresnel lens. Check your newspapers, check your neighborhood, check your neighbors. They probably got these old TVs just laying in their basement. You don't pay anything for the TV, just get it out of there, it's on the house, and then some simple framework, and you're ready to go. Alright, there you go. Framed in and ready to cook. Okay, now check this out. I want to make this point real quick. When you have one of these lenses set up in the sun like these, you see how safe that looks? It doesn't look that dangerous. But if your kid or your dog or somebody puts their head or face right there, you got a problem. Instantly. Looks safe, doesn't it? No light to be seen. Bam! Woo! So be careful. When they're set up and they're in the sun, behind it is dangerous. So don't walk behind it. Don't let your kids behind it. Watch where your dog's walking. To, you know, keep her safe. not too hard, and you check it. If you built the stand, bam. Just pull them vertical, away from the light that the light's coming at. Now that's relatively safe. Even, you know, that's how you keep them when you're, but when she's locked and loaded, boom, when that thing is up, dude, and you've got a zone right in there where its punchline is, you can't see it. And let me tell you, you walk in front of that, right there, hello, it's gonna hurt. Okay guys, be safe. Peace.